Well, hello, and welcome to week 3 of emotional health. If you have been following the journey, we've been talking about health in different areas of our life. And as we think about health, we really have to think about the whole picture of our health as a woman. As a woman, we are not going to, or we can't just talk about our physical health. We can't just talk about our physical health because our physical health is connected to our spiritual health. It is connected to our emotional health. It is connected to our relational health. It is connected to so many things, every aspect of our lives. And if we just talk about one area, we are going to be missing something. If you think about a wheel, if you think about it getting a puncture in it somewhere, it is not going to drive the way that you need it to drive. Okay. It is not going to work the way that you want it to work. And that is the same thing with our health. We have to look at the full picture of our health and wellness. And that is what I strive to do as I come on these videos and bring some friends along the ride and talk about different factors of our health. So we've been diving into emotional health over the last couple of weeks. And before that, we talked about spiritual health. Whenever I am talking about, or we are talking about an aspect of our health, we always want to make sure that God is in the center. So if you think about a bicycle wheel, in the center of that, there is something holding all of the spokes together. For us, God needs to be the center. And then those spokes are the areas of our health that we are looking at and making sure are as robust and as healthy as possible. Our emotional health is one of those things. I was in the car the other day, and Vivian Green's song, "Emotional Roller Coaster," came on, and I just every time that song comes on, first of all, I sing to the top of my lungs. I wish that I could sing like her, but I can't. So I will not sing it for you guys. But every time that song comes on, I love to sing it because I remember in college, when I was driving myself to school, I would listen to that song because I was going through something, and the song just resonated. I wanted to get off of the roller coaster. I was on the roller coaster. I recognized that I was on a roller coaster, and I don't even like roller coasters. But I knew that I had to get off. I had to get off the roller coaster. And sometimes when we are talking about emotional health, it is the same way. We are on a roller coaster sometimes, if it's dealing with our family, or if it's dealing with our spouse, or it's dealing with the spouse that we are hoping for, or is dealing with work, or whatever the case may be. Oftentimes we can find ourselves on a roller coaster, and we need to step back in order to get off, in order to go into this season and this space of having an open heart instead of being up and down and up and down and up and down. I believe that God offers us balance. I believe that He offers us a stability with our emotions. And that doesn't mean that we're not experiencing the emotions, because emotions are not bad. He gave them to us. But I do believe that He wants us to be in a place where the emotions do not have us, but we have and own the emotions. So let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. Now, as we are talking about emotional health, before we get into it, let's go ahead and just get grounded. So, place your feet on the floor, roll your shoulders back, taking a nice deep breath, and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale deep through the nose into the belly, expanding the belly, and exhale, letting the air out. Emotional health can be something that's a little bit tricky. So if you feel that your emotions are starting to get heightened as we talk about this, pause it, take a breath, come back to it when you're ready. Now, sometimes emotional health doesn't feel like stability. It feels like a roller coaster. High highs, low lows, sharp turns, unexpected drops. And if we're honest, some of us are straight up tired. Not because we don't love God or don't trust God, but because our nervous systems are literally exhausted. Emotions are not the enemy. I want you to know that. I want you to trust that emotions are not the enemy. God created them. Joy, grief, anger, hope, expectations, or excitement. He created all of those emotions for us to experience this life here on earth. But when emotions are unprocessed or suppressed, they don't just disappear, they actually intensify. And the body keeps score. When we feel threatened, criticized, rejected, unseen, our nervous system activates. It turns right on. Fight, flight, freeze. We experience all of those protective mechanisms that our body is set up to help us just stay alive. However, when we are in an emotional state, we go into these protective modes at a time when we really don't need to, or sometimes we don't need to. Your heart rate changes, your muscles tense, your breathing shortens. And over time, if there is no safety or we don't feel the safety, your system stays on the ride, the emotional roller coaster. This is why those small little things seem so big. Your body remembers what your mind tries to manage and what your mind tries to forget too. But here's the good news: regulation is always possible. And God designed your body to return to calm, return to a place where you are resting in God's presence, where you are resting in God's stability when we don't have stability. We often say we have a broken heart. And I'm sure if you're a woman over any type of age, you have experienced a broken heart at some point. But there is a difference between a broken heart and a closed heart. Um, Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted." Broken doesn't scare God. Broken is tender. Closed is protective. When we hurt repeatedly, we don't just break. We close, we guard, we numb, we brace for impact. And while that protection feels necessary at sometimes, it also blocks receiving. If we have the walls up, nothing can come in, nothing can go out. That means we have unprocessed emotions, and we have wants and desires that don't have a space to be received. Some of us are asking God for more love, more blessing, more connection, more joy, but our hearts are clenched. They are so tight, not because we lack faith, but because we've been hurt in the past. And that's realistic. However, have you ever heard of mosaic art? It is actually my favorite type of art, and it's made from broken pieces, shattered glass, fragments, irregular shapes and sizes. Individually, they look unusable, but placed intentionally, they become something breathtaking. I do believe that this is how God works with our emotional history. Nothing, not a tear, is wasted. Not the heartbreak, not the rejection, not the disappointment. None of it is wasted. But mosaic beauty requires two things: one, broken pieces; two, an openness to be arranged. If we stay closed, we never allow the artist to assemble the story. And we want to be able to move towards this open heart. I want to guide you through something, if you will allow me. First, think of a desire that you have right now. It could be any desire. It could be big, it could be small, it could be any desire that you have. It could be peace, it could be love, it could be opportunity, it could be restoration, it could be success. Now ask yourself, is my heart open to receive what I'm asking for? Or am I still protecting myself from past pain, either that I caused or someone else caused? Instead of seeing your heart as broken, I challenge you to imagine it as open. An open heart is not naive, it is surrendered. An open heart says, God, I trust you with my tenderness. Go ahead and take another breath with me. Inhale, exhale, place your hands on your heart. And I want you to say this: I am open to receive. God is near my tenderness. My story is becoming art. Inhale, exhale. Hopefully, you're able to see those broken pieces of your heart, of your story, as a way for the light to get in, as an openness for you to receive what you are asking for. And I'm not saying that your heart is not hurting. I'm not saying or disqualifying how you are feeling. We have emotions. Emotions don't need to have us. Now, to calm your nervous system right now, we can do this anytime that you need to. Inhale, exhale. Relax the jaw, unclench your hands. Your body responds to safety signals. And one of the strongest signals is this. Well, it's one, breathing, and two, is to know that God has you. When your system feels activated this week or at any time, practice pause, breathe, open. Pause, breathe, open. You do not have to stay on a roller coaster. And if you're anything like me, I don't like roller coasters anyway. So I don't want to experience it with my emotions either. And we don't have to. Emotional health is not about never feeling deeply, because you will. It's about allowing God to hold what we feel. Your emotions are not too much. You are not too much. Your story is not wasted. Your broken pieces are not disqualified. They are becoming a mosaic, and your heart is allowed to open again. My prayer for you today, my sister, my friend, is God, calm what you have been, what has been racing, soften what has been guarded, heal what has been fractured. Take every broken piece of my story, of your story, and arrange it into something beautiful. Show me how good life can be. Teach us to open safely in your presence and to trust you with our broken heart that is becoming an open heart. I pray that this has been good to you. It has helped me even in creating this for you and preparing this for you. And I just want you to know that your emotions are valid. Whatever you are feeling is valid. And to also know that you do not have to be on a roller coaster, that you can experience those emotions and still stay level set. Meaning that that stress that you are experiencing does not have to become something that turns into a physical ailment. Because when we're holding on to so many things, it needs a place to go. That's why we say our body keeps score, because it does. It's those undealt emotions become poison to our body, and it becomes disease in our body. You get it? Disease in our body. So if you need to talk through things, talk through them. If you need to write through things, write through them. If you need to move to release those emotions, do that. Do whatever is necessary to take your health and wellness to the next level. Make it a priority. Your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit. Keep God in the center of everything that you do. And I promise you, He will do what He has promised you from the beginning of time. You are chosen to live a life full of blessings. So expect the blessings, expect the healing, expect those things that you said that you were waiting for to come into your grasp. They are coming. Be open to receive them. I pray that this was good for you. I pray that this has helped in some type of way and that you've received something from this. If you did, please leave some comments below so that I know what's stuck with you, what you're moving with. And if you know someone that can benefit from listening to this, please pass it on to them as well. The Flourish community is always open for you. If you are here, thank you already. If you are coming to Flourish in July, thank you so much. If you are not able to come, hopefully you can meet at one of our events that we have before Flourish or after Flourish, and just stay active in the community. I love you so much, and I pray that you have an amazing day. Bye now.